Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Challenge Tribulations. Today, my friends, on your story-based gaming channel, we are starting episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, the fourth case in the third game. My name is FlightlessBird. Let's not delay any longer. Let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? The girl. Let her go. It's like a movie theater almost. I mean, a movie screen. Shut up. Could come closer. And I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang. So a woman shoots a kidnapper to save a girl? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. What is all this? Terry Falls. Charged, kidnapping and murder. Sentence, death penalty. Fugitive movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. I love this music, by the way. It's like a slower version. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Are we playing Mia Fey? Are we playing as Mia Fey again? February 16th, 9:24 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. I say again, yeah, because we played as Mia Fey to start the third game, remember? Ugh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. By the way, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Terry Falls, my first client. Terry Falls. Falls. As in the woman who fell? Falls? I knew that all the names have like a hidden meaning or an obvious meaning that's a pun on something else, so. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Well, the dits. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Well, the dits. I'm sorry. I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row now, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. Well, that woman, she lied in her testimony. Well, that's why I got the death penalty. I swear, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Oh, the dits. Well, yeah, I did. I mean, she's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. You did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. I mean, she was alive when I left. I mean, she was alive. It's true. I can't trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha. That's Godo. 6 years earlier. I mean, I can tell by the hair and like the body figure. That's definitely Godo, isn't it? Should I give him the Godo voice? I don't know if it's Godo yet. Let me just do neutral voice until we can get his name, because maybe Godo changed his voice 6 years later to become more mysterious. I'm just gonna give him a neutral voice for now. You're not going to figure out the truth by staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how a little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. I mean, that's definitely Godo. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Okay, that's not... I'm sorry, that's so Godo. This is Godo before Godo became Godo, isn't it? I mean, just look at him. Do we have a court record? Oh, we do. Attorney's badge, proof of my profession. It's brand new. It sparkles on the light. Values autopsy report. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Terry Falls, age 25. My client, sentenced to death 5 years ago. Escaped from custody 2 days ago. Valerie Hawthorne, age 23. Police officer and the victim. The key witness to the case against Falls 5 years ago. Oh, that's interesting. Diego Armando, age 27. Hotshot lawyer. My senior and rival at the office. A bit smug. So, are we not only playing the origin story of Mia, but we're also playing the origin story of Godo? Maybe this is what got him ticked off at Wright, because maybe he blames us for Mia's death, and he's coming back to like haunt us by destroying us because he blames us for what happened. Or maybe Mia did something to him and now he's targeting us because Mia's not alive. I'm sorry, but I just can't get over the fact that this looks like Godo. I wish I had a picture of Godo right now, like side by side, so I can look at him and Godo and figure this out. But let me stop theorizing and stop calling him Godo. Let's treat him like Diego Armando, because there's a chance I may be wrong on this theory. Okay. Armando, Diego, trying to think of a voice. Are that good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I did say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices is here for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for your first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Uh-oh. Is this gonna be Edgeworth? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Indeed it is. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Childlike voice. Can I do something to give him like a, Oh man, I'm telling you, it wasn't me, I'm telling you. Ooh, I kind of like where that's going. February 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Yep, it is Edgeworth. Ooh. So this is the origin of Edgeworth. Hey, we got the, what is this? I think someone told me this was a Canadian judge. I can't give him the old judge voice, can I? It's kind of new. Well, the court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand lawyers from both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So, you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? Well, they say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Well, I guess the little kid hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure about how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in the case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? Well, you got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. That is correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Oh, he's already doing that finger wagging thing. He doesn't quite do it like he does in the future or with Van Karma, but you know, the younger Edgeworth here seems to have like an edge. Oh god, I just said a pun, didn't I? You know what I mean? He seems to seem a lot more confident almost. More maybe the word isn't confident, but more sure of himself. Always faking it. And over time, he became more confident and he became more reserved. Yeah, that's the word. I'm looking for the opposite of reserved. Gun-ho? More aggressive, maybe? A witness's testimony. The testimony of Detective Harley Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Oh, that wasn't Falls who fell, that was the kid. Oh, that's so horrible. God, I hate it. I hate people who hurt children. That just ticks me off. Because I really hope it's not this guy who did it, because that would make me angry that we're defending a guy who murdered a child. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in there are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policeman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be. Exactly. The victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. See, I mean, look at this picture here of him holding his hands out like that. He's more almost laid back in the future. Almost as if he's like, yeah, I mean, only a stupid person wouldn't realize the obvious evidence. But here he doesn't seem to have that over-showing confidence as a young prosecutor. That's good to see. I like the growth. Aha, I see. Well, the man who was sentenced to death based on their testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind: to take revenge against a woman who convicted him. Oh, the dots. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Well, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Objection!
Yeah, exactly. Well, wait a minute. That's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Ah, there's that finger wag. Yeah, you see, he looks so much younger now. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Well, now then, Mr. Edgeworth, would you please call your first witness? I call the detective who is in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Oh, please let that be Gumshoe. I would love to see a younger Gumshoe. Yes! Oh, look at that! Oh, a younger Gumshoe with a different coat on. Witness, state your name and occupation. I'm Gumshoe. I'm Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? No, the payless nights, dots. I really hope the future gets to be paid a lot more than getting paid now. You know, pal? What is it? Well, you're really gorgeous. I actually agree. She is really gorgeous, but that's really inappropriate to take on a stand. Gumshoe never change, please. I love you. Excuse me? Well, no, seriously. I'm in my heart. It's aching for you. Detective, will you pull yourself together and try to be professional? Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. I mean, right away, sir. Well, the victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Well, yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, well, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Well, this is Sketchy Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. Well, the victim, and the defendant, well, they met right here and there, and on top of the bridge. Well, after stabbing him in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint and was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? Well, the victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you to absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. Ah, there's that confident Edgeworth that I know and love. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Oh my gosh, a judge actually standing up for themselves. Oh wow, this is a complete change of pace. Although I do love the old judge. I mean, he's hilarious, absolutely. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me, and get ready. I mean, he's even drinking. I mean, he's saying tea instead of coffee, but come on, they rhyme. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the Disney time and met with Mr. Falls. Well, that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and he tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Well now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. See? He is drinking coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. You got to be there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. I'm gonna keep doing the Armando voice because, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna separate the two. Maybe in 6 years he decide to like change up his voice through that thing he wears in order to hide his presence. That's the story I'm going with. If he ever takes off that mask and reveals himself to Armando, then I may stop doing the robot voice and go to the Armando voice. But I'm jumping ahead, aren't I? I'm so jumping ahead because my brain. I'm sorry, that's just how my brain works. I usually find things that are like 3 steps ahead, and I miss the thing that's right in front of me. And you've seen that all the time with some of these cases we've done. I'm like, okay, I need to present this evidence, and I'm wrong, and then, finally, I get to present the evidence I thought I had to present at the beginning. That has happened quite a few times. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. All right, my friends. Are you ready? Let's do this. Cross-examination. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. This unknown person? You have no idea who it might be, right? Well, sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? Well, the one who called Sergeant Hawthorne? Well, he was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about a phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Well, yeah, it's a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Victim's note added to the court record. Confidential police materials written by the victim. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? It looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. Is that one of your rules? It's that detective's fault. He's the one who said, unknown person. Look at that. Edgeworth already laying traps for us. Well, hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it the way because the prosecutor told me to. Haha, told you. Was that a trap? Uh-huh, that's exactly what that was. With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Well, Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the Disney time and met with Mr. Fowles. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there? Well, because it is a very important place to defend it. Well, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. All the exclamated dots. Well, the very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Fowles. Ha, returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Well, that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we've got you surrounded. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? Can we press harder? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So, how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Exactly, it was a setup. Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ha! If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Fowles, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Well, the criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Fowles had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. And the defendant and the victim, well, they both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? Well, this is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Kind of reminds me of the, what was it, case 5 of the first game? Where the body was sort of in the trunk. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Crime photo added to the court record. A photo of the trunk of Fowles' car. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Well, yeah. Ha. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Well, you can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Well, here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway, the only thing I see that's strange, what I see that's strange is the trunk. You see the trunk at the very, very top? I don't have a, I don't have a cursor here. Here we go. I can't move the cursor. Yeah, but if you look. If you look at the very, very top of the picture in the middle, you see the spot where the key goes into the lock. Why is it cracked on all sides? It's almost like someone forced the lock open. Well, here's the photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. Well, that's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. Well, it's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, oh, the dot. Sorry, I told a little lie. Was something like that? All the dots. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. And Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint. We set up at the base of the mountain. Well, that certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up the checkpoint just after 5 o'clock p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Well, listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. To trap? Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than a flesh wound. It's fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance to dub, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. We have our famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Alright, let's look at our evidence one more time, shall we? So we have a bridge here. It looks like the distance from the middle of the bridge to the car was approximately 15 yards. I don't know how that helps. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. That's interesting. Dahlia, have I heard that name before? I feel like I have. Just can't place off the tip of my tongue. Wear white scarf for identification. Where's the scarf? And why would she need identification? Like, if the guy knows who she is, why would she need identification? And where did the scarf go? This is too similar to the 5th trial. Because remember there was a scarf there as well? Miles Edgeworth, age 20. Dubbed a genius as soon as he started as a prosecutor, today is his court debut. Dick Gumshoe, age 26. Homicide detective in charge of the initial investigation, still new to the position. I went to in designated time and met with Mr. Falls. Unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. And then he says she went to see Falls. Does that mean that this person is still unknown? Or is that just a trap? And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminals stuffed her body in a trunk and tried to make a getaway. But I don't see anything strange. To you? I see a few things strange. For one, where's her scarf? And two, what about the trunk? I think I'm gonna press on the scarf. Witness. Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. What is it? You have something to say, Miss Faye. I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Caught everyone off guard, apparently. Grr. You should have practice before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say there, little kitten. Do you want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am? This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Well, yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. Oh, she has her Magatama on. I just realized that. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. Yes! Yes! Off to a good start already, my friends. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus the special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Arrgh! The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see. The defense is a little... how do you say? Lacking. Oh, the exclamative dots? The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Well, where did you find that, sir? On a dusky bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Oh, why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place that I know. Huh. Well, that hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the color requested. Yeah, I was about to say that too. It's more blue. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Well, not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Scarf added to the court record, worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around that squirmy little neck. That's very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Well, that sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Arg, everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge. Witness testimony. Well, actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Well, this photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. Another photo. How do you accidentally take this photo? I mean, look at this picture. How in the world does the witness take this picture? Well, it was drizzling that day. Fortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Well, anyway, criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in his back. Well, that must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? That's exactly what I want to know. Well, let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. God, I hope a lot of heart doesn't get involved. Hey, you all seeing me? Yo, Sonny boy, FlightlessBird, you better leave my name out of this nonsense. Well, it would be something you would do, Lotta. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify, sir. The prosecution person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. Oh, the nuts. I'm not sure how I feel about that. When is this photo added to the court record? Seems to have been taken by the witness. So, as you could see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened at that bridge. Oh, the nuts. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. Stop it! Stop getting pushed around by Edgeworth. I haven't done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Let me do my job. Events on Dusky Bridge. Well, actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Who is this eyewitness? Well, she's a college student. A female college student? Well, that's right. Means she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I had the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on a vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? Well, it means she's female and a college student, sir. Yes, Gumshoe, we get the point. If you absolutely must hear a testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us more about the decisive evidence in question. Well, this photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. The victim is wearing a scarf in this photo, alright? So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? Well, she was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on the mountain, Mrs. Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. So she was trying to take pictures of spirits. Gotcha. Spirits. Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. Well, no, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day, and unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? Well, that's right. There was a light rain coming down, and the whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Aha! All the dots. All the dots. All the dots. Well, looks like a cold front just moved in. Man, it was cold here today. It's super windy. I got like no sleep last night because we had wind gusts of like 45 to 50 miles per hour and it sounded like a train was going by. I kid you not. I have no idea where that storm came from, but it was cold and super duper windy. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. Well, I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. But anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Well, of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. You know what the problem I have with that is? They're facing each other. So how did he pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. How does that happen when he's facing this direction? Doesn't add up. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Alright, I have no idea what that means. And I need to look at that because I have no idea. Does he mean brutal as in B-R-U-T-A-L? Yeah, that must be what he means. But I still want to make sure there's not an actual word called brutal. Brutal. I'm pretty sure it's saying brutal, as in B-R-U-T-A-L. Because I have here the Brutal Griffin is a small hybrid dog breed, produced from pairing a Brussels Griffin with a poodle. I don't think that's it. And the other definition is from the Urban Dictionary, and I think that's a really horrible word to say. So I'm gonna say that he's not trying to insult someone here. He's just saying brutal, as in B-R-U-T-A-L. I remember that happened myself. It was really brutal. Oh, the dots. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? But there's mind-boggling tales in the way he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian. I'm sorry, but I can't really do a Canadian accent. I will do my best. Just know that I'm going to get it wrong. Ha! Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. The court record, huh? Well, that must have been when the scarf fell off. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? Well, that's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But what she said sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about his testimony that's still bothering me. Hey, talk about a surprise. I had no idea that there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. Huh. So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? Well, in that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden deep in the testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. Well, that's your chance. I know what the contradiction is. Right here. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement? I don't think anything of it. How about you? Oh, the dots? I guess, wait, what? What? Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty. There wasn't a problem. Couldn't you just let it slide? Wait, what? But, how could she have shoved him? That doesn't make any sense. How could she have, how could he have shoved her from behind? Do I have evidence that says, stab with a knife in the back. Maybe I have to show that one. Autopsy report. Don't ask me to confirm your facts. This is my first case, so let's make it a memorable occasion with a penalty. Well, thanks. I mean, we don't have a lot of evidence to show. Maybe it's a double hold it that we need. So let us, go through this to try to see if there's something that will stand out. I mean, I thought for sure that was it. Because, I mean, there's no way could have been pushed from the front. Court record. I really get the feeling he's telling me something here. How do I prove that? I'm unsure how to prove this because I think I know what I want to say, and what I want to say makes perfect sense. I just don't know how to show it, and I'm not really sure how to show it. I did do the photo, right? That was the first thing I did. I mean, I know before there was that one case, look at me's case, where I thought I chose the right evidence and I didn't. So why is it this? Why is it this? I mean, I knew it had to be this statement because Armando said that the court record is important. But why is it this? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Well, yeah, and fog too. Just this general soggy atmosphere. Oh, I love the hair flick. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Oh, the dots. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? If this is broken, then maybe the trunk was always open. So therefore you should see water here. I don't see water anywhere. How do I show that? Do I just like click here? Let me click here first. Naturally, the answer is right around here, I think. I love that line. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems to me that Miss Faye could use a trunk herself. What? One that she could hide all her bitter memories from this trial in, that is. Ho 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 ho! Ah, you truly are a genius. A genius of sarcasm and wordplay. Oops. Looks like I really put my foot in my mouth that time. Alright, so it's not that. So do I just click on maybe the ground outside? Or the trunk inside? I don't think that was it. I don't think they let me load. There we go. The trunk of the car is not wet. Is that different? No, it wasn't different. What am I missing? Her face? It's not wet? I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Like I said, I don't understand why the trunk is the answer here. And if I don't understand the first problem, I'm not going to understand the second. Is it the lights? Because it was raining, the lights would be on? Nope. What is it? What is it? Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat. I don't get it. Well, as far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. The victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge. Then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Ah! Well, not necessarily. If she fell down the front of the bridge, it wouldn't necessarily be muddy, is it? I mean, bridges are made of wood, right? Eric! Oh, the dust. Well, that's exactly right. Alright, well. Good point to end on. We got at least past that initial spot. We're here in Turnabout Beginnings, Episode 4, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, Part 1-1 Trial. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and this is the beginning of the end, the penultimate episode to the Ace Attorney trilogy, or at least the first trilogy, right? I think there's a second one. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this ride. I love you all so very much. Comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this case so far. Tell me where do you think we're going with this case. I would love to hear what your theories are on this mysterious helper to Mia. But until next time, my friends, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more.
Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.